Hey you guys, and welcome back to another Dauntingly Diana. So today is kind of different. We're going to do something paranormal related. I do have my screen up just because I'm trying to see what I need to see what my phone looks like in there for you guys. And so we're doing something interesting with my phone, obviously, because I just told you about it. There is an app that I just found out about and last week actually, and I've been testing it ever since to see how it goes. And I wanted to share it with you guys, and I want to see what you think of it and see if any of you decide that you want to try it and let me know how you do. It should be interesting. So I keep saying that over and over again because it's going to be interesting, I'm telling you. All right, so I waited until I got my results for today to share this with you guys. And so this is all about remote viewing. So basically, if you're a paranormal lover like me, you've probably heard of remote viewing. It's something that the CIA used to look into way back in the day, like in the 60s. They were doing experiments with remote viewing, and they had people trying to picture a place in their minds, and they did it with meditation, and you just kind of would lay there and try to figure out, think of these things and try to pull it up in your head, this vision of what they were looking for. And you don't know anything about it ahead of time, so it's almost psychic-like. Anyways, I'm gonna explain. They have a really good write-up in here of what remote viewing is and how to get yourself going. I learned about this app actually from I just started watching All Time. He's on YouTube, All Time Scary, and he actually tried this himself because he was doing he does all kinds of videos on glitch in the matrix, and he does, I'm trying to think of all the things now. There's all kinds of stuff, but I can't think of anything. So yeah, he does glitch in the matrix. He does what is it called, Mandela effect videos. He does a lot of Mandela effects. It's really cool to see the different ones that he has. A lot of them I don't have, but I guess that's a thing about Mandela effect, is that you could have one but somebody else can't, and that just means that you were in this one universe that had the thing but the other person wasn't. I don't know. Anyways, it's all very interesting. And he even goes into quantum mechanics and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought it was cool. When he did his remote viewing video, he was he talked about this app, and so immediately I was I need to try this. So I've been doing it for the last week now. I've had mixed results. I've been 50-50 I got them right, and 50-50 I got them wrong. So yeah, so I don't know, 50 right, 50 wrong kind of a thing. Yeah, so I'm still not sure about it. That's why I was hoping that you guys could give it a try and let me know how you make out. So I actually got Greg to try it, my guy, because he was, I actually was trying to see if we had the same pictures and stuff like that, the same kind of pictures that we were getting, and we did get the same pictures, but sometimes it was funny because the picture that won out as the one, anyways, I'll explain it to you in a minute, but the picture that won out was different for his one day, but then every other day it was the same, so it's really strange. So I don't know, it's hard with apps because you never know how they program them to be. So it could just be oh, we'll just make this person win so many times and that'll keep them coming back, you know? Anyways, some of my pictures actually do really resemble, and I was really surprised at the first one that I did because it really resembled the picture in the next screen, and it was the one that won out, so I was pretty surprised about that. And then other times it does not look anything like what they have, and I'm blindly choosing between the two of them because I don't know which one it looks like. Okay, so let's talk about the overview. They have a remote viewing 101. Let's read some of that and see what it says. So, and basically it's just a lot of writing. So, but I did go through it all at the beginning to see what it was like. So let's go in and see here, remote viewing. Okay, so when the day's round finishes, so I just had the round finished about half an hour ago. Every day it finishes at 5:35 for me. And I think for everybody else, I don't know what time they go off of, but anyways, you'll get a notification asking you to open this app and view the round's target image. So you get your answer. And if it was the picture that you chose, you get to choose a percentage that you think, you feel I'm 100% sure it's this picture, you know? I've not used 100% yet. I did 50 for most of the ones that I did, 40, 50, and some of them I've gotten right. Some of them I did not feel so good about, so I didn't do like 30 or less than that, but anyways. So you're gonna view the round's target image. It could be a photo of most anything. So you're gonna see a photo of anything, could be a picture, place, thing, something, item, doesn't matter. It could be a photo of most anything. Your challenge as a remote viewer is to connect with your future self, who is viewing that target image. So I want to go into the future and I want to see what Diana's looking at tomorrow when she opens up the app to see what the winning picture is. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I want to know what Diana sees tomorrow. How is that possible? No one knows how. It is possible and anyone can do it. So I'm telling you guys, this is happening. You should try it, do it, and let me know what you do. So first you'll need a few minutes of quiet. You should be free of thoughts and commotion in order to be open and receptive. So you want to be open to what you're seeing tomorrow, what Diana is seeing tomorrow. I have to be open to that. So I basically make myself go blank. I try my best to, and I just kind of look at the nothingness and then things start to come to me, which is weird. So next you need a clear intention in mind. Like each target image is identified by a unique set of numbers called coordinates. Read them carefully, focus on your intention to see the target image that you will be shown. When this round finishes, which is identified by those coordinates, imagine looking at your phone or whatever device you use and seeing the target image with those coordinates printed below. So you're gonna look at that number, which I do pay attention to the number, but I also like kind of just make myself a little free and open to what's coming. I try to anyways. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going doing what the app told me to do. And then you just kind of let go and wait for any impressions that may arrive. Don't try to force anything. I think I've had like that issue a couple of times as well, because sometimes I'm just like, come on, I'm not getting anything. And there's been times where I've been so tired at the end of the day that I'd start to fall asleep, and I'm like, don't fall asleep, you need to get these things. Anyways, and those were, last night was one of them, and then I didn't end up getting the picture right today. So you have to allow yourself to be open like this for a few minutes. Jot down any visual impressions. Oh, what does this say now? This isn't an exercise in guessing or imagining. It's just about being open to receiving whatever may come on its own. In fact, the more random seeming and unpredictable that an impression is, the more likely it may be accurate. So I will show you some of my pictures that I've done. Like I have like my history. You can go back and look at your history to see how you did. And there's also a whole bunch of stats in there to see how you did compared to other people, because it's a tournament and there's like a whole group of people doing this, right? So it's very interesting. Once you feel ready to go on to the next step, tap the check mark in the upper right corner of the notes. You're just gonna like jot down everything that you see, and at first I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but like I closed my eyes, and all of a sudden in the first picture I think I had a big rectangle, like almost looked like a 2x4 or something like that, piece of wood. And so I drew it down. I'm like, I don't know, I'm just gonna put it there because I have no idea what I'm doing. And then after that I kept seeing parallel lines and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I'm seeing parallel lines, so I'm gonna just draw this down. And then a couple of words came to me, and I put them on my page, and we'll see how we did when I show you my results. Okay, so choosing the best match. So once you're done receiving impressions of the target image and you have your notes page all set up, you drew all your little images, you put all your little thoughts down on the page, you're gonna look at the two photos that are on the next screen. So they're gonna give you two, and one of those photos is the target image, but you don't know which one it is. So look at the things in your picture and try to like put them together to figure out what it looks like based on the two pictures that you have. It's very rare when remote viewing to visualize the complete target image with perfect accuracy. More often you'll receive impressions of shapes and colors. That's exactly what I see. I just see shapes. I don't tend to see colors. I think once I was given like the name of a color, like beige, but I didn't actually see the color. And then you might interpret them in one way when you receive the impression, but that interpretation might not be correct. For example, I once got an impression of an orange colored sphere, and I interpreted it to be an orange. The target image turned out to be a bronze globe. Ooh, that's interesting. The impressions I received were correct, but my interpretation was off. So yeah, it's just like things that you need to look into, you know? Take a look at the notes or sketches from your remote viewing session. Do either of the two possible target images have any shapes, colors, textures, or anything else in common with the impressions that you receive? So like in that first one, I was looking for something that, you know, a long piece of wood type of thing, or a long rectangle of some sort. And then I was looking for stuff with the parallel lines in them, and there were parallel lines like kind of going up or off to the side. I had them going a little bit, and you'll see what it ended up being in a few moments there. So they give us some examples of things that like they did for their pictures, and you can kind of see. It's not great. I know it's not great to see through this. But if you get the app, you'll be able to see these different ones and see exactly how he did them. And I'll show you how mine are. And it should probably be more visible to you because they're bigger. There's like a little slider beside the image. And if you go and watch the all-time video, I'll actually link it below because I think it's really interesting. And you can check out his channel because he's awesome. Got some like really interesting stuff. Like I've already gone through almost all of his videos because I was obsessed for a couple of days. Okay, so there was a little slider, and the slider you can go up or down to choose your picture, and then you can do your percentage. So it can be, you can do the like 40, 50, whatever you want to put, all the way up to 100 of your accuracy. Like, do I think I was 100% accurate when I drew this picture, kind of a thing, or when I took this, when I'm taking this picture as my target image. Okay, once you're done moving the slider, to make your choice, you can advance from the choose page by tapping the check mark in the upper right hand corner. Now I meant to tell you, all time was trying to picture these two things, but he didn't realize that what the next screen looks like when the two pictures come up. There is, and he didn't actually read the instructions when he went through. He was just kind of doing what he was doing. So when he went in to have a look at his picture to see if it was like any of the other pictures that they had, he had drawn the little, the like slidey thing that's on the side of the screen to go up and down. He drew that, and it looked almost exactly like what they had on the other side, and he had no idea what it was. He didn't know it was like a scrolly thing on there, and he didn't know they had a scrolly thing on there. So that was kind of cool. It's like he was seeing it, you know, but he just didn't see the picture itself. So yeah, there's all kinds of different things in here. There's like troubleshooting, and you can do like, they give history of it, which is really cool. Like, I'll just read you a little bit of this because it's very interesting. Like, many people over the ages have reported seeing in their mind events that occurred at a distant place or time. This ability has often been referred to as clairvoyance, from the French, or clear vision. Some people claim the ability to do this at will, while for others it happened unexpectedly or in a dream or trance. So like the trance is kind of like what we're doing here, like with a meditation kind of a thing. Yeah, so here's the one about the, in the 1960s, experiments in out-of-body perception were conducted by the American Society for Psychical Research in New York City. One of the subjects of these experiments, Ingo Swann, suggested changes to the research protocols. These changes were adopted and led to successful attempts to remotely perceive the weather in faraway cities. So that's pretty cool. I love it. And then there's there's more going on about that. Anyways, and there's a person even that was able to see things on like structures and things on Mars when they were doing the remote viewing, and they found from a telescopic view that it was like actually accurate and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And you can even, I watched another video a couple days later because I was became obsessed with it when I was looking into this and realizing that I myself can do this. There's another one where the guy tries to do it, but he just basically, the reason he decides to do this is because, and I never even thought of it this way, if you guys watch, if you watch Stranger Things, when like she can pick up where her friends are and what they're doing and what's happening to them. So if like something's happening, like I think one where they get into a fight and she's not there, and then she finds a way to get to them and help stop the fight or whatever. That famous scene where he's like, yeah, she's crazy. She's our friend and she's crazy. Anyway, so he was basically doing that. He called it remote viewing, but he used that as the example, and he got his friend to draw a picture, and he tried to gather what the picture was by doing like the same sort of thing by like kind of meditating and thinking about what he was going to see. Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting thing to do. I actually want to try that next. I want to get Greg to like draw a picture, and maybe I'll like see if I can figure out what it is. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with this. I just think it's so interesting, and I'm not like, I don't tend to really be psychic. I don't have any psychic abilities. I have people that I know that are psychic, and I don't even know what to think of like the whole, like what they see. It just blows my mind, the things that they say, and I'm not 100% sure if it's a thing, but anyways, the fact that, you know, anyone, any like Joe can just get up and go do this is kind of cool. And it makes me feel like, yeah, maybe I can do this. Okay, so let's give this a try. I want to show you a couple of my previous ones that I've done. So the very first one that I did, let's see, when did I start this? In March. So this was my first picture. Yeah, there we go. So you can see there's some parallel lines, what looks like that sort of mound at the bottom. I wasn't sure what it was. After I drew it down, it kind of looked like water to me a little bit. And then there's that rectangle, that piece of wood that I saw. Okay, and then here were the pictures. Oh, okay, I didn't want that. No, I don't want that either. And then the pictures that actually came out, nope, I'm not sharing to anyone. Nope, go away. So here are the pictures that I got. Now the top one was is this starfish, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, maybe the parallel lines could be those like the things like the seaweed in the water or whatever, but I didn't really get any impression of this stuff. But then look at this picture. Whoop. It's a bridge. It's got a rectangle. It has the two things, and I wish you could like see the picture better because, oh, there we go. It actually has the parallel lines going on either side of it, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, like I think, and of course there's water underneath, it's a bridge, right? So yeah, so that was the one that I picked and I got it right, and that was my first try. Second one I got wrong. But here we go, this was my picture. And let's see here. All right, so there's my picture. Just random like shapes and stuff. I'm like, that first one with the roundness on the other side I saw. These two like square type things came to me at the end. I didn't really have enough time or space to draw it there, but that came to me at the end, and that's what made me pick what my picture ended up being for this one. So these are the pictures that came with that one. The top one, this was not the target image. But do you see why I picked it? Because there were these rectangle sides. I had them on the side on my picture. That's why I picked this one. The other picture was the correct picture, and I don't see anything in there that pertains to the picture that I drew. Maybe the like triangular things that those ladies are wearing, or I mean holding, maybe that could be like, but I had a rough time trying to figure out how my picture looked anything like this. So it's really touch and go, and that's what I was like concerned about, because, you know, the fact that sometimes you can be so right and other times you're just so wrong, and I don't know, it's just, sometimes it feels like it's just chance or luck or something. So that's why I keep going through, and I'm like, then it shows you your stats over on the side over here. So you can see I've done 12 rounds. 50% correct, yeah. Z score is 0. So right now I'm like half and half, right? Like I said, yeah. So it is what it is. And then there's a probability with confidence, 44%. I don't really know what that means. It does give you a good description of it though. So I really recommend this app, guys. I think you should go and try it. I think it's cool. Okay. I just want to know if other people have the same kind of results as I do, you know? So I'm going to show you another one of the ones that I got right and see if we can see the thing, the resemblance to the picture. So this is another one that I did that I got right. I'm like, I think that's a plant down there, and I thought those were mountains, but I don't really know. And then I realized afterwards that it was not a plant and not mountains, but this one was really cool too, actually. I just remembered what it was. So this top one was not the correct image. And as you can see, I didn't have any of that. I did have plant like in my thing, but they were like long plants. They weren't the grass or the girl's hair or anything like that. But check this out. There's a fire almost in the shape and the space where those plants were. And then in the background, those are people. But I was like, maybe that's what I was looking at, was the like mound of people in the background, and they just, to me, they look, and that's what they mean about the interpretation. Like, I interpreted it as a mountain and a plant, but it was actually like a mound of people and then a fire in the front, but in the same shape. So really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really get that one good. Yeah, anyways, those are good enough for examples. Let's do today's round. The only thing I'm not going to do is sit here and like meditate in front of the camera. I'm not going to do that, sorry guys. We're just going to turn off the camera, I'll do my meditation, draw my stuff, and then I'll come back to you, okay? Alrighty, so play today's round. So it goes through and gives you those instructions as you start playing, and you can turn it off so that they don't show every time after you don't need them. Actually, I'm going to turn that off because I don't need it every time now. I know what I'm doing. And this is what the note page looks like. So at the top you have your stuff to draw with, like your, you start off with that. The thing next to that is your eraser, and then there's a couple of other things there. I don't use those. I just use the thing and the eraser. You can even get your own piece of paper. It tells you in here that you can get your own paper and get a pen and just draw it and then go from there. So you don't have to do it in the app. And there's the coordinates they were talking about. So there's my coordinates for today. Now let's see if I can tap into what future Diana is thinking about. I'm just gonna put you guys away while I do this though, okay? Okay you guys, so I'm back and I just hit the check mark to say I'm done doing my notes for the remote viewing. These are my pictures. There is this, looks like a military graveyard, and then down below is a couple of bunnies in a bed, and they're just laying there with their blanket on. They're so cute. Anyways, now you're gonna see what I drew. And it doesn't look anything like either of these, so I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Okay, this is my picture. So this, it was like a long stick kind of a thing with a twirly. It almost looked like a fist maybe, like this. Or the other way around, I don't know, anyways. Or maybe a plant, you know, with the like a fiddlehead kind of a thing. And then here I saw these angles and I put a pyramid maybe. No, there's no pyramid there. I'm wondering if maybe the angles, and I'm usually wrong with this, but I'm wondering if maybe the angles had to do with this bed post, or the bed, whatever you call it, the headboard, and then the angle going up towards the bunnies. It's also kind of a triangle if you look like that, and I don't see anything in here that would look anything like what I drew. So I think I'm gonna choose this, and I'm gonna go with like maybe a 30 or 40 because I don't feel very confident at all. But we'll try and see. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna give myself 30% confidence with these buns, okay? And so yeah, I'm going to hit this. I'm gonna go away for the night, come back tomorrow and let you know if tomorrow or Sunday, I don't know because I have to work tomorrow. And I'll let you know if we won or if we lost in today's round. So yeah, I'll see you then. Mwah, bye guys. Hey you guys, okay, so this is actually, I said I was gonna just show you the next day, but here I am 2 days later. I had a really bad, like, I don't know, I haven't been sleeping well lately, and so I had a really, like, I was just exhausted and I just needed to take a day. So I took yesterday off from work and everything because I was just so tired, and it was worth it because I got some sleep like yesterday during the day and then today as well, and all last night, so it was great. Got caught up. Yeah, so, but I did take a little sneak peek at my picture and it was wrong. So let's take a look and see, because it's really disappointing when you get something wrong on it, but you know, then you just move on and you go to the next day. So we were 50-50, now we're just a little over on the wrong side. So let's go see what it said though. Okay. So let's recall what my picture was. Remember, it was like this weird fisty type thing that I did, and or maybe possibly plant, I wasn't sure what it was, and then sort of a triangle-y thing. And now we'll look at the pictures. So the one that I chose was the bunnies, remember? Because I said, well, it kind of looks like the triangle that we had drawn. But turns out it was this one. I really don't know. Maybe I was drawing a flag, I don't know. Maybe it was just wrong. Maybe I'm just not good at this. Who knows? I'm 50-50 good at this. So, yeah, so that's the way it is, guys. I do want to see if you'll check it out though, because, or if anyone wants to check it out, because it is kind of cool. It is interesting, and I'll also leave the links for those two videos down in the in the description. So the all-time one, and then also the guy that did the got his friend to draw a picture, and then he tried to do it like on his own from another room, try to figure out what the person drew, which was pretty cool, and I think I'm going to try that next. So yeah, so these are my stats. You can go and check your stats out later. Like I said, I'm really bad at this, so there we go. You get your Z score and all that good stuff, if you remember what that means from school. I do not. Okay, alrighty. So that's that, guys. I'm gonna, I know this one's probably gonna be a short one or whatever. I thought it was really interesting though. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And I hope there are a couple of people that will go out and try the app now, because I think it's fun and interesting. And yeah, so I think there's probably gonna be another like paranormal type video coming up. I don't have any resin right now. I'm waiting for my resin to come in. And we have a really big paranormal investigation coming up, so I'm trying to get ready for that as well. So I think the next one's gonna just be paranormal. I want to talk about, I don't know, I might try to do the pareidolia video that I've always wanted to do. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great day or night or whatever, week, whatever, wherever you are. I am still feeling kind of funky because of the non-sleep and then getting some sleep. So, but hopefully I'll have another video for you guys soon. And yeah, stay tuned and pay attention, because we're going to be doing some stuff. Oh, also I want to try to get at least one Addison's video out this month, because it is April and it's Addison's Awareness Month. So I really want to get something out. I've been putting things up on my page and on my Dauntingly Diana page just to sort of spread awareness, help to spread awareness. It's not really working. Nobody's even noticing that they're up there, but that's fine. It is. Okay, so you guys have a good one. I just wanted to throw that one in there. And we'll see you again soon. Mwah! Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, do all those things, please. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. Bye.